G'day, my name is Shay with Box Collector, and today I'll be teaching you how to play the 2 to 5 player game Viking Raiders, designed by Morten Billcliff and published by Neowulf Games, who provided me with this copy. In Viking Raiders, you play as a Viking chief, jostling to build the biggest navy, create the largest clan, and gain the most loot. If you are playing for your first time, then don't shuffle the cards. The cards are already shuffled and ready to play straight out of the box. As you play, you will come across 5 learning cards, and they have the unique backing of the Viking in his ship. These will help teach you the basic rules along the way. After you have read them, remove them from the game. You will choose how many victory points you need to win depending on how many are playing and how long you want the game to go, and then place the corresponding victory condition card on the table as a reminder. Grab the market cards and place 8 cards face up on the table. This is the market. If Ragnarok or Stormy Seas appear, put them to one side and shuffle them back into the remaining cards after setting up the market. Place the remaining market cards face down on the table. If you happen to have no cards worth 1 victory point in the market, put all the cards back in the deck, shuffle, and set up the market again. And that applies throughout the entire game. There must always be at least 1 card worth 1 victory point in the market. For an extra challenge, you can deal each player a chief card at the beginning of the game. However, for your first few games, it's recommended that you leave the chiefs out. With chiefs, you get a permanent ability and can make offerings, buy items on the black market, and hire mercenaries. Next, deal the Viking cards clockwise until each player has 6 cards. These cards are held in your hands, hidden from the other players. Place the rest of the cards face down on the table. To see who starts, take the top Viking card from the Viking draw pile. Use this list found in the rule sheet to see who is the starting player. So in this example, having drawn gold, the player with the longest hair would go first. And that's the setup. The goal of the game is to collect the agreed number of victory points or more in each of the categories: Navy, Clan, and Loot. Victory points and categories are shown in the top left corner of the card. On your turn, draw 2 cards from the Viking draw pile and add them to your hand. You may now, in any order, buy 1 item from the market and play 1 action card. You can choose to do both, just 1, or neither. When you are finished, play moves to the next player. Note that if you're playing a 2-player game, then a 3rd player is added to the game, acquiring cards from the market throughout the game, and can win the game. You can buy items from the market using resources from your hand. The cost of a card is shown at the bottom of the card. For each symbol, you need to pay 1 resource card, and some items, such as this village, require you to have a certain number of victory points already before you can buy them. If you have hidden victory points held in your hand, you can also count them, but then you must show them to everyone. So if I wanted to buy this village card, I need to have a Viking, a food, and a gold, as well as a clan victory point. And I will discard my resources right there and take the card from the market and immediately fill the empty space in the market with a new card. And any items you buy are placed face up on the table in front of you. If you don't have the resources you need to buy an item from the market, you may trade any 2 of your cards for 1 resource of your choice, and you can make as many trades as you want during your turn. Action cards have an A in the top corners. To play an action card, discard it and follow the instructions on the card. Berserker cards can be played by any player to cancel any action, including another Berserker. If you want to cancel an action using a Berserker, you must do this before you know the outcome, so you cannot wait to see if a raid is successful and then play a Berserker. When you play a raid card, this is your chance to attack another player to try and capture a card. First, declare which player and which category of card you are raiding. So I want to attack this player, so I tell them that I'm attacking them, and I'm going after their navy. The defending player takes all of their cards in that category from the table, and each card adds 1 raid protection. They will then take all of their cards, shuffle them up, and then I will pick 1 randomly, and it looks like I failed. However, If I had grabbed one of their navy cards, then I get to keep it. You'll then return the raid protection cards back, and the player will place their cards back in front of them. Sometimes players can reduce the number of raid protection cards used during a raid, but no matter what, there must always be at least one raid protection card when raiding. There are 4 ability cards in the game, which can give you a significant advantage. You can buy an ability from the market, and you must place it on the table in front of you. Your ability lasts as long as you have the card. You can only have one ability at a time, so if you get 2 ability cards, you must shuffle one of them back into the market deck. The first player to have the agreed number or more victory points in each of the 3 categories wins the game. Hidden victory points held in your hand count. You can win during another player's turn, but any ongoing actions and events must be fully completed before victory can be declared. And that is how you play Viking Raiders. I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to take a look at some of my other content. Thanks!